if you're a musician, keep creating. It's a great distraction.
Yeah, keep it fun, keep it fresh.
And if you're not a musician, buy an instrument.
Yeah, get an instrument. Be a musician.
Just find a passion, really.
Yeah.
Find a passion, something to be happy about,
Hey everyone, welcome back to the All Music Matters in That podcast. I'm your host, Brian. And today, welcome to some special guests. We got Zach and we got Julian from the band Indigent. How are you boys doing today?
Indigent. We're indigent.
Indigent. Is that how you do it? Oh, man.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time. We love it.
I mean, you look at it too. I mean, I thought it was like maybe like a different way, like spelling Indigent, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, Indigent. Okay, just want to say it that way. I'll try to remember that too, but correct me if I'm wrong if I do make that mistake going forward. But
right on.
All right, but nonetheless, how are you boys doing today?
Pretty good, man.
Good, great.
The weather got up to over 30 degrees for a minute, so yeah, we're loving it.
Yeah, it's nice out now.
Yeah.
30 degrees is beautiful.
Look at say it's spring right around the corner before you know it.
Yeah.
But we missed the old spring breaks we get from school, whether it was, I think sometimes it was late March or it was in April. So I think it was always that nice week-long vacation you got right during Easter as well. So I missed those kind of days.
Walking home and it's actually hot out for a minute. It was crazy.
That's for sure. All right. But actually, your good friend Colby, he actually told me you guys are real good friends with, and I'm sorry if I butchered the name, I'm pretty sure we're going to, but Traversion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You real good friends with Jesse?
Yeah, I actually worked with him for about a year or so, working on like barns and stuff. And but we've known Jesse and Kyle. I've known Jesse and Kyle for years. We kind of got started playing our first shows and stuff around the same time. That would have been like around the 2010 kind of time there. So yeah, we've known them for a while.
That's good. And you guys are also based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota?
Yeah.
Represents.
Yeah. Home sweet home.
Oh, we got to show the fist. Do we?
Right here. Ah.
We also got a claw, little hand of doom action going.
Where are you at right now?
Yeah.
I hail from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Steel City.
Okay.
Okay.
Right on.
We always flex. So it's got a little metal to it as well. Actually, I got a good number of concerts this year from a good number. Do you guys really get into like death metal too, or you kind of mix in and around the whole metal genres?
We're actually in a death metal band.
Yeah, we're in another band that's a death metal band.
Fed to Pigs.
Yeah.
Was that the Parkway Drive song? Was that kind of the inspiration for that particular death metal band name?
That I'm not sure. I would have to ask Dylan about that one. I just play bass for him, and he plays the drums. So
yeah, not sure where the name comes from.
Yeah.
All we need to know is it is a metal band in this case.
Yeah.
That's all cool. So, for what Colby tells me, it looks like you guys released some new material under your band, Indigent. So, I'm trying to get it. So, I try to make sure I get it right there too. So, that's
we just put out a 5-song EP, and I mean we're really happy with it. We recorded it over at Riff Ranch Recordings under the guidance of Wyatt Bartlett and Douglas Barrett of Riff Lord. And yeah, they did a great job. Yeah, thanks again, guys. You guys totally killed it. Yeah,
love you.
Are they well known in the Sioux Falls area? Are they?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Riff Lord's awesome, dude. Yeah, they every year I think we play the 10th annual Riffmas. Like around the holidays, they always do a big show, and that was kind of our first big moment, or that was our first gig.
Our first show, yeah.
Yeah, and so it was really amazing to get invited to that and be a part of that. And yeah, the crowd was amazing, and that was a great experience.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better first show.
For sure.
That's good to hear. You get to dive more into it just a little bit here too. But first off, boys, welcome to my podcast. And the way it's going to work is I just want to ask some questions, get to know you more both as the musicians, but also as the individuals as well here too. So, you all ready?
Right on. Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. So let's first start with the backstory in this case. So to fill in the audience, here's how the first question would go. Who are you guys? And how did you guys become musicians?
Well, we're Indigent. Becoming musicians, I started playing guitar when I was like 11. I had a neighbor down the street from me that I used to hang out with, and his dad played guitar. And I used to go over there all the time and hang out, and I would just kind of sit by that Stratocaster and just kind of stare at it all the time and just kind of play with the strings and everything. And finally his dad was like, just pick it up, and I got the bug, as they say, right away. I just started coming over all the time to try to learn some guitar and play guitar, and finally I got my own, and here we are.
He actually is responsible for me getting my first drum set. I believe the story goes is, he started playing guitar, and he wanted to be in a band when he got older. And then, me being born, you told mom to give me a drum set, I think.
Yeah, I think you were like 5 or something like that.
And yeah, that's how that started. She got me a drum set. He taught me the basic, like, boots and cats beat. And then, I had a Walkman, and like I would always steal this guy's CDs out of his bedroom. He'd give me some too. Like, got my first, he gave me my first Weezer album, Make Believe. And, I was drumming along to that, just trying to replicate what Pat was doing. And, it took off from there. That's,
White Stripes and stuff too.
Yeah, Blink 182, Sum 41, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, still going at it.
Still
Now we're in the band. Yeah.
I was always thinking this was going to be like a Dimebag, Vinnie Paul sort of scenario going right here too.
Yeah.
Where like the parents' influence, then the older brother helps out the younger brother in this case. So,
yeah.
Actually, speaking of which, some of the projects you have been a part of, have you always taken Julian wherever you went?
No, I kind of got out. We're like 7 years apart. So I got onto the music scene I started going to shows and stuff when I was like 15, 16. It's kind of when I started my first band. I've been in like 3 different bands, and, especially around that age, everybody's like, doing life, and, people were going to college, people were moving to different towns and stuff. So, but around the time, I think we started jamming when you were like 20 or maybe like 19, right. Well, maybe even a little earlier than that. We did some jams and stuff, but, we decided to really like, try to pursue the band, the project thing that we've always kind of talked about doing for years. Like a few years ago, we just got really, really heavy into it. And now we have a 5-song EP out, and we even recorded some tracks last night that we're pretty excited about. So, we're just trying to just keep moving, man.
I think half of the battle was just getting the gear to record.
Yeah, that really was. Yeah, just trying to get all our gear together. We're pretty much set though for now.
Yeah.
It's never enough though. We need more.
Yeah, never gonna be.
It's never enough. So,
yeah.
Cue 5-Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
That's still a killer song nonetheless, even though I think their quality has gone down over the last decade or so. But I digress on that part.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
You never heard 5-Finger Death Punch?
I'm just kidding. No, I've heard that. Yeah.
Jeez. All right. I say you're all missing out. So, all right. You mentioned about some new tracks you guys have made recently. I guess is Riff Lord also helping you guys out on those ones?
They started. I think they're starting another record, or they're going on a tour or something pretty soon. They're really busy dudes, and we got a lot of shows and stuff coming up, and looking into booking some more gigs. So we're definitely planning on going back to the Riff Ranch to record. Sure. That probably won't happen until maybe later this summer, or maybe even the fall. But
it's probably going to be a while.
Yeah, it'll be a while, but we're definitely going back though.
we're always writing new stuff though. Like every time, I don't know. Our process is pretty much as soon as we walk in the door to our studio, we hit the record button, and then we'll do that for quite a while, and then we'll have like 40 some songs, and then we'll just we want to do this one, that one, and that one, and then develop those, and then they become real songs, and then that's how we made our EP.
And the fun begins. So,
right. Yeah, back to the drawing board is where we're at right now.
Yeah, and it feels good.
Yeah, it does really well.
That's good. All right, now we can jump into the band. And actually, in my notes, I do it on a syllabus where it has like the letters and then the dots in between, so like how to pronounce it, that sort of deal. So Indigent. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. So was this just a relatively new project, or is this one you kind of jumped around a little bit before finally settling on it?
It goes back quite a ways. I mean, me and Julian have always jammed throughout the years. But I think it was when, it's about 4 years ago is when we really cracked down, and we were like, okay, like let's start getting some recording gear together so that we can kind of start developing our material. It's hard to just kind of remember what you jammed last time, so we started just getting some simple recording gear together, and after we kind of had some cool jams and stuff, and we were like, well, we got to find somebody else to kind of play with and get in here, so that we can kind of build the band, and in this town, it's really hard to find bass players. It's kind of like that all over the world, I feel, but they're kind of a rare breed. But we landed a bass player that stuck around for about a year.
Yeah,
and then he had left because he had his family members had like some health issues and stuff, and he just needed to focus on that. And our hearts go out to him and stuff. Everything's going good right now, but but now we do have a full-time bassist though that we've been working with. We played like 4 shows with now.
Yeah, 3, I think.
And he's awesome. He fits right in. Great personality. The music's awesome.
Yeah.
When we're jamming and stuff. I mean, it's working. So
yeah, what we did last night. Well, we've been trying to teach the new bassist the set list or whatever, and we've been playing some shows. So we've been mainly focusing on those,
those songs.
Yeah, just those songs. And last night we actually like jammed for the first time in quite some time, and like the first 2 jams we did were just kind of mind blowing.
Yeah,
wow, that was really good.
I actually listened to those recordings until like 3 a.m. last night.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was awesome.
They just took one look at the clock. He's like, "What am I doing?"
So, yeah, when you have to be at work by like 7, that wasn't a great idea, but it was totally worth it though. Good stuff.
I guess so. So is it strictly just a 3-piece? You, Julian, and then what's your bassist name? Brett.
Yeah. That's kind of what we always wanted to do. I've always liked the idea of like the power trio. Just trying to get the biggest sound you can out of a small band is like challenging in a way, but it's like challenge accepted, like I think that small bands just sound bigger somehow.
And it sounds crazy huge too. And you guys, you should see his pedal board, man.
Yeah.
Some of the sounds we make is going to get, it's nuts. And I just got these sample pads, and programming some crazy psychedelic stuff on those too. Like it's a small band, but it's going to sound massive.
There we go. Let's make it sound like it's a piano for your feet in a way. The way you guys say with all the
it kind of is, yeah. It's almost like a synthesizer for your
for all limbs. Yeah.
I guess so. But since you mentioned about the power trio, it seemed like most of those were the Canadian bands, like what you got with Triumph and Rush, for instance. Did you kind of look to those groups as inspiration, or I guess who really influenced you in terms of the sound?
definitely. Like when the power trio, I think of like right away, I think of like Nirvana, Green Day, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. God, I know there's so many more like three-piece bands, but definitely huge inspiration on me. Well, both of us.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I guess which individuals, like you think of like the Abbott brothers, for instance, and then Vinny and Dime. I guess which individuals, I guess, did you guys look up to kind of influence your play styles?
Oof, so many. I think the first guitarist I ever really got crazy about was Angus Young, and then I just when I got into the punk rock thing, it was like, you're bringing me back now, man. Pop punk was really popular when I was getting into guitar. That was like the new thing at the time, and so like bands like Sum 41 were like so amazing, and then there was like that new kind of indie style that was kind of coming out with like the White Stripes and the Strokes and the Vines and stuff. And I think the Vines and like Weezer and stuff is probably like some of our biggest influences ever.
For sure. Yeah. Vines, I'd say, is probably favorite band.
I pretty much spent like all of middle school and high school worshiping Kurt Cobain and Billy Joe Armstrong and stuff. Like there's so many to mention.
So I guess what you think of Green Day when they played at the Super Bowl?
I thought they sounded awesome. They did great. I loved those big fake speakers that they had on the stage. They were like 62-inch cabs.
Didn't they shoot confetti out of those too?
I don't know. I must have missed that part. But yeah, they were awesome.
I was generally surprised when I actually were doing American Idiot, because I think like he actually swears a little bit there too. Is this actually appropriate for our kids? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that too. That's crazy. It's still just as clean as it was back then too, though.
Yeah, they still sound just as really good. Tight. Yeah,
still got it and all. So actually, I think one article actually said the representative from Epstein's Island has the floor or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I heard something about that. Yeah. No, Billy Joe Armstrong is awesome. They haven't been to Sioux Falls. They were here in Sioux Falls. I think the last time they were here was 1994. And so I would have been like 3 years old at the time. But I would love to see them though. I've had plenty of opportunities to. I always have to travel. Like usually, like Minneapolis and stuff is where you can catch that. But yeah, I would totally love to see Green Day. That'd be awesome.
I'm still waiting to see the Vines, man. I want them to come back.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that though, because like they have this weird problem with their record label, and I know Craig had like some mental health issues and stuff, but yeah, that'd be
man, I'll go over there. I don't care.
You should go to Australia. Let's go to Victoria, Australia, and see the Vines.
Oh yeah, please.
Road trip.
Yeah, road trip to Australia.
Yeah, we'll take a tour down there.
Yeah. Hey, they say Australia's good, except there's a lot of animals that want to kill you if you go out to the outback there. So
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like bugs and stuff.
They like showed like these little clips of like these giant spiders, for instance, there too. So it's almost like, how are you people actually dealing with this? To be honest,
no, I've seen that where they have like huge, like there's like a layer of webs all over everything. Like it almost looked like snow. There was like a park that was just covered in spider webbage.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and I'm like, no thanks.
No way.
Yeah.
There we quote, Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man does.
Australian.
Australian. Hey.
Yeah.
So, good day, mate.
Australian. Yeah.
We'll make it work. So I'll still stick with the EP. I did see you guys had 5 songs on there too. So can you walk through each one, and I guess what's the lyrics kind of delve into for each song?
The lyrical thing kind of is kind of weird to talk about. I don't necessarily know what inspires me sometimes. There's a couple of songs where I'm like, I know what my message is kind of, but other stuff, it's like, it's really just to like, it's so impulsive. the idea when we were writing those songs, we were also, kind of getting the set list together for our first show too at the time. And I just really wanted to bring like some intense energy and, just some intensity and energy and whatnot. And so I kind of just wrote things that were just like, I thought that would just like really get people going, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what the EP really is about, is just kind of like, it's a little bit of just intensity in a bottle, and yeah, I guess Sand Rope is it's not necessarily politically driven, but you could interpret it in that way. I would like if people did, but it's not really specific onto that. What are our other songs?
we got Gucci.
Oh yeah, Gucci. Gucci's like, that's the perfect example of just like the crazy intensity that I was trying to harness. Comedic Sunshine is kind of like a sarcastic, kind of depressed, kind of moody thing.
Lose Your Head.
Lose Your Head is also just that's one of my favorite songs, really. Whenever we play that song live, I think it was when we played Rapid City. It was literally, I was like playing guitar, I'm looking down, I look up for like 1 second, and one half of the audience was moshing and the other half was dancing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, it was like really amazing sight, yeah. And so I was like, yeah, if we can just keep doing that for like every song, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Cold Feet too.
Oh yeah, Cold Feet. Cold Feet's really just I don't really, it's very melodic. I guess I wouldn't say melodic. I don't know. It's got that weird lick in there, that like hook. It's very catchy.
Kind of groovy.
Yeah, it's groovy.
Really
it's kind of catchy. It just really makes you want to.
But the second half of that with like the hook, and I don't know, it's really fun to play on the drums. A lot of fills towards the end there. And
oh yeah, it gets crazy at the end.
Little I don't know, way to bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good bridge.
Yeah.
I guess where'd you get the name for it? Take One? That's what it is, yeah. I keep wanting to say One Take, but Take One. I guess where'd you come up with the name for the EP?
I thought with paired with the Indigent name, I thought it's kind of a slight homage to like System of a Down Steal This album, I thought that was kind of a funny thing, like Take One, like, yeah, just grab it,
Right,
yeah. I like the idea of people getting trouble at the store just trying to walk out with it,
It's Indigent.
It says take one,
right.
You just take one, yeah.
It's Indigent, so it's free.
Yeah, it's Indigent, it's free, it's for it's like survival, yeah.
All right, that's clever. And I guess how'd you come up with the name Indigent?
It took. I really don't know. I was for the longest time we were like thinking of a band name for like 2 years.
Yeah, dude, we've had 1,000 band names.
Yeah, and we would stick with one for like a week, and then we'd be like, I don't know about that. And I really like one-word names. You just don't, and all the best ones are taken. And I can't remember exactly how that popped up, but I just thought it had like just a weird ring to it. And I don't know. We just kind of stuck with it, and we like it.
I think if we didn't get our first gig, we'd probably still be on that train.
Trying to figure out a name.
Figuring out a name.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys going to be called? Like, you guys are on the bill. What are you called? And you're like, okay, well, this is our current name.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to be.
So once again, thanks to Wyatt, we putting some pressure on us and kind of forcing us to get serious in like 1 month, pick a name, get some songs, play a show. Yeah. But it was definitely needed.
We had a lot of our songs pretty much done before that for the Melvin show.
Right.
We were going to do.
Yeah, we were going to do.
We were going to open for the Melvins for our first show, but that fell through for whatever reason we don't need to talk about. But
yeah.
Was that when they were touring with Napalm Death? Because that's actually how I found out, or actually saw them. That was the
Red
first time.
Cross.
Yeah, they were playing with Red Cross.
All right. I did see that. It was a killer show there too. And even though it was so many years later, you get to see Napalm Death the first time in my life. So
Yeah, I just seen a flyer for that like a little bit ago that they're playing with Napalm Death again. So you might be able to catch that show again.
probably.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. All right. So I guess let's go jump into gear as you guys have currently. So I guess what you guys got to make the magic happen.
Well, I'm really a huge fan of my pedal board. Shout out to Earthquaker Devices and Electro Harmonics. I say probably one of my favorite pieces of gear lately would be the I'd have to say the Afterneath, that reverb pedal. Just amazing, huge, cave-like atmospheric reverb. It's amazing. I just love messing around with pedals and getting all these crazy sounds and figuring out how I'm going to utilize them in my songs and whatnot. And rocking the Marshall Origin. Always loved Marshall my whole life. And I'm rocking the Epiphone SG. I've owned Gibsons before. People have this thing about the cheap guitars don't sound as good, or they don't play as good, or they sound like crap. I really don't hear the difference. I can feel the difference in the playing, but I love my Epi. I would buy 10 more of those. The exact same one. I actually have 2, so we keep collecting those.
Do you have a name for your green one yet?
My green SG is the Green Machine.
The Green Machine.
Yeah.
And we got Goldie.
And then Goldie is the gold one. Yeah. Which is very clever. Yeah.
I guess I'm rocking. I got a 8-piece Tama Rockstar double bass kit. Using a 14x8 DW snare. Everything's all of our stuff, cabs, drums, overheads, all that stuff. All going through mics into Behringer X32, and then out from that into a Reaper on a laptop, and that's pretty much the gist of what we're doing.
Yeah, for the stuff that we produce ourselves, that's pretty much what we're working with, On the EP, I mean, you used your drums on the EP. I kind of borrowed some ampage and guitars for that, and I'm pretty happy that I did. But
we got the high watt and Soldano.
Yeah, we got some really awesome tones on that record.
Crazy cabs, dude.
Let's say like you normally at the end of like every song, Zach, you're kind of letting the guitar kind of wail a little bit there. I guess what do they normally call it when it kind of does like that rigging sort of noise?
Oh, like feedback and stuff, or
it was something like that. I don't know if that's really the term for it, but it was always at the end of the song, and then like just before it wrapped up, it was like that whole deal. So.
Oh yeah, I think that was like
scrape or something.
Yeah, no, I think there was like a data corrupter on one of the songs.
Oh yeah, that's
At the very end, it's like wow. Yeah,
that's a data corrupter. For sure.
It's like data corrupter. It's almost like we should just say, just messing with like a data center in that case. So that's pretty much what it sounds like.
That pedal is insane. I don't know if you know anything about the data corruptor, but I mean, I bought it like 2 months ago. I've turned every knob on that thing, and you just get the craziest sounds out of it. It's a really hard pedal to harness, to tame, It's like the most wild machine out there, but it's so cool just because it just really throws you these curved balls. And it's just super entertaining pedal.
Well, I could definitely use the phrase "learn something new every day" if it throws you a curveball. So
yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. So I guess in terms of challenges, I guess Zach, I can see like you kind of jumped in at first and Julian came later, but what challenges do you guys feel like you face these days being a part of this group?
Not too much. I mean,
I can't really think of any right now. We have it kind of easy.
Just kind of trying to get the social media following. I think that's kind of one of the things, just trying to keep everybody up to date and trying to get the word out, sometimes you worry that you're oversaturating, and then you're like, well, that can't be possible. You just need to keep getting there,
Right, yeah. Need to be consistent for the algorithm.
Yeah. But besides the social media thing, I think everything's pretty smooth sailing. It's like everywhere we go, we just meet amazing people to either record with or like interview with, play shows with, all kinds of stuff. Who to hit up for to get merch, who to hit up to get photos and stuff. Everybody's been really nice. This community is actually pretty awesome when it comes to all that stuff. So,
have you guys done sort of any touring, or is it kind of just in and around? Mainly I don't know how far Rapid City is from Sioux Falls. Is it just kind of up the road a little bit?
It's a good, like, was it like 400 miles ish? Something
to Rapid.
To Rapid, yeah.
Yeah, about
I think roughly like 400 miles. So it's a little bit of a trek. But no, we haven't really done a tour. I think we've played about 4 or 5 shows now, 4 shows, and we got more coming up. So I think we're planning on, if we're going to do the tour thing, I think that we're planning on kind of diving into that next year. Next summer we will be looking at a more serious tour. Yeah.
Hopefully we get an album out by then too. Take our album out.
Yeah.
I should have to say about the festivals, because I think you mentioned one. Is it normally every year in Sioux Falls, or is there festivals usually in around close to South Dakota and then some neighboring states?
Well, Riff Lord's been doing that Riff Miss pretty much every year for the last 10 years. And
we got 4 wins.
We have 4 wins. That's at the end of every summer, like I think like August. Yeah. And
Slam Dakota.
I think that, and like I think last year's, was that the 2nd annual one? Second or third for 4 wins. It's a pretty relatively new festival, but it's pretty awesome. Tons and tons of bands out there, really, really talented folks. And it's a big party, man, when 4 Winds is going on. There was, last year there was so many stages. There's lots of different bars and venues and stuff downtown. So
yeah, there's at least like 5 stages.
Yeah. Like, I mean, any direction you walk downtown, there was live music, so
sick.
Loved it.
It's hot.
Yeah, it was really hot. It was hot. Terribly hot last year.
Stupid humid too.
We hold it out. It was hot. That'll deal.
Yeah.
So actually, you were trying to sort of imitate the Nashville sort of scene in a way, which it kind of does delve into COVID. I'll get to that in a sec, but I guess since COVID kind of eased off a little bit there too, and restrictions kind of lifted up and everything, how's the music scene been from your perspective around Sioux Falls and I guess other places you guys have been to?
As far as COVID goes,
yeah,
I don't think that did anything but help us. I mean, it just gave us more time to jam.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy at that time. I was lucky enough to wasn't really affected by that at the time. A lot of people were getting, had to stay home or getting laid off or whatever, stuff like that. My job didn't care. I was out there, I was working for a general contractor, and they're like, yeah, I don't care if you have COVID, come to work. It's like, So, and then when everybody was kind of stuck at home and everything, I thought it kind of like had this effect on music in a positive way, where it seemed like people kind of, when everybody was like stuck at home, they're like, well, I might as well record some new music and get it out there and stuff. And so there was kind of like this cool, neat boom for a second. And, it was I hated that time though too. I mean, Now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that's over.
Right.
But
we made use of it though.
Yeah, we made good use of it. We jammed a lot. We did a lot of writing and stuff. So we made it a good thing for us as much as we could.
That's good to hear. But on a serious note, I guess we and your family is all okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Right. It's good to hear. Good to have you guys along here for the ride here too. So
yeah.
all right. So I was actually going to think what the plans were this year, but I think we've already kind of delved into that a little bit with recording new music. And then are you just going to mainly try to jump into any shows at some point? Maybe do a couple this year?
We have a festival that we're playing a festival in April.
420 Falls at Big's Bar on 12th. It's a 4-day festival, all genres. We're gonna play. We got hip hop and then reggae, punk rock, and EDM stuff. So it's gonna be a party.
Yeah, it's really cool variety.
Yeah.
So there's that coming up for sure. I know we'll probably book something between that and Four Winds.
Probably.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would like to get out of town more. The Rapid City show was really fun. The Sioux City show was amazing.
Yeah.
It's nice going out of town and playing and getting in front of people that haven't seen you or heard you 8 billion times.
I think we're going to end up playing more out of town than in town, if anything.
Yeah.
I think in town we're going to stick to like 4 or 5, 6 shows a year.
Yeah.
And then, every week, just weekend warrior stuff until next summer we start talking about doing anything else.
The so-called coming out of hibernation, if we want to say, just coming out of the winter time and everything. So
yeah. It's been a long, annoying winter, man. And we just had our full spring like 2 weeks ago. It was really nice for like a week, and then here we have an inch of snow coming down as we speak.
Yeah,
so
it was great.
It was great. Yeah.
I mean, we had some snow. I thought it was going to be nice. They're like, "Oh, did you know it was going to snow tonight?"
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, the recent nor'easter, we were fortunate we didn't get hit with, but we got hit with one recently. So we'll say like the one that hit us was actually the first one. Then there was a second one that got more of New York and all those guys.
Yeah, I seen that.
And it was definitely up to my knees. I'll tell you that much right there too.
Yeah.
So
I think we got 36 or 37 inches.
Yeah.
Igloo time. Yay.
That's plenty. Anything after 6 is just ridiculous.
Wow.
You guys always, the kids that were like happy to be like, no school. Is that how it went?
Oh, they weren't like that here. I mean, it was like they never.
Yeah.
No, we walked to school our whole life pretty much, and it was just like blizzard conditions. They didn't care back then.
Yeah, negative 20.
Yeah. Nowadays, if the roads are a little icy, they just shut down, just everything, Oh, kids don't have to go to school. Just do the laptop stuff now.
Yeah. Everybody's got an iPad.
Yeah. So, darn kids.
Yep. Well, we find a way. So I can see why.
Right.
All right. But good luck this year nonetheless, there, boys. And actually, we got a couple more before we jump into some extra fun questions. First off, what social media are you guys on?
Instagram and Facebook. That's pretty much
our distro kid too, so
distro kid, Bandcamp.
Yep. I don't know if we have a SoundCloud. Do we have a SoundCloud?
No, I don't think it distributes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, iTunes. There's like 20 of them.
Yeah.
In other words, our faces are everywhere, to say the least. So
that's what you got to do these days, man, with the internet and all this social media stuff. Not a whole lot of people buy like physical copies of anything anymore. I can't even get a physical ticket stub when I want to go see a show anymore. Everything's on your phone.
Yeah,
it sucks because I'm a collector. I like to collect memorabilia and stuff like that. And if I don't know, I'd rather have a ticket stub. But we're gonna have some CDs and stuff like that. We're gonna keep it alive.
Yeah, we're gonna get some stuff printed. We're gonna get some physical copies made. Trying to figure out where exactly we want to go with that and how we want to do that. We have some options, so there's just some things to weigh out with all that. But I definitely really want to get some vinyls made. I like all that stuff, but it'd be cool to even have like cassette tapes.
Yeah,
those are slowly starting to come back. Yeah.
I mean, we had like a brief, I don't know if it's still kind of there, but people wanted to have vinyls again. So there was kind of that little high going on at one point. Not too sure if it plateaued at this point, but
actually, our first album is going to exclusively come out on floppy disks.
Yeah. Those little Edison reels, those little, for the phonograph. Yeah.
In fact, we got like those desktops that could pretty much play them at this point, unless definitely that wouldn't work with Macs. That's the thing. So, so you kind of screwed at that point. So
vinyls are definitely outsold. Vinyl records have definitely been outselling CDs now for quite a few years now. I think like 6, 8 something like years now.
You think that's selling thanks to Jack White?
Yeah, I don't know if it is. Yeah, thanks, Jack.
Yeah.
That's good, but it's almost like you have to like have autographed CDs at this point. Maybe that will try to entice people to actually buy them. So,
yeah,
I don't know, but I guess still sticking with the whole social media thing. I guess what do you guys make of social media and also AI these days? Like a double-edged sword, or do you see some uses for both?
I mean, I don't really see what's so great about AI. I've seen some of the videos that I've made with it that it's like really like creepy, funny looking stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's entertaining in a way. Like,
some of it can be scary.
I don't know. I think like AI is being used in a really stupid way, and it should actually be used in an even stupider way. I was telling people like I would love if like there was an app where I could just be like, I want to watch a movie that's like Titanic and like Star Wars combined, and then it just does it for you. You know what I mean? Like that's
SpongeBob movie.
Yeah,
with
SpongeBob
with Harry Potter.
Yeah, and Gone in 60 Seconds, and just like boom.
Yeah.
See, that's what I think AI would be really cool for, if it could just make you ridiculous television to watch. But as far as the music that it creates, I think it's a total snooze fest. From what I've heard from what's actually AI music, it's like pretty generic, like chord progressions and stuff. I just don't really think that there's anything too exciting when it comes to the AI stuff.
I haven't listened to it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna. It's just disappointing to think about.
And I like with the social media though, I mean, like it does a lot of good, and it's the same thing with the internet, man. The internet has done a lot of good and a lot of bad, So I think it just it's really about just finding whatever line that is,
Yeah, use it wisely.
Right.
I think the one thing you tend to not like, even though it's okay to post memes, it seems like that tends to get like the most traffic. It's usually a post on Facebook, for instance.
Right.
What I don't like is all the bots. You got these bot comments, or people are like, "Oh, this sucks," and it's like you're not even a person.
Yeah.
And then, and then like this bot gets like 1,000 likes and stuff like that, or people are arguing with it. You know what I mean? It's like this isn't a person. Why are you wasting your time? So, but it's getting harder and harder for people to spot that stuff, like what AI videos are, and like profiles even real, and
because a lot of them don't have like their app logo like in the corner of the video and stuff, so it looks really, really real, and that's what's scary about it sometimes.
Yeah,
I think the ones I've always noticed, it's usually ones that like had hardly any subscribers or followers in that case. So I think that's at that point be like, you know what, I'm reporting your ass. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I guess, do you guys normally get a lot of just say like hate comments for this case? They're like dissing on your music and that sort of stuff?
No. That would actually be kind of interesting, really.
Yeah,
we welcome it.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah.
They would just jinx it. There'll be one on later tonight. So,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
No,
That's good.
everybody's been pretty cool and supportive, you know.
Our
That's
scene's
good.
pretty positive.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to hear. All right. But tread carefully because in many of my interviews, they always brought up, I always call it a Skynet, the whole Skynet conspiracy, because you think of Terminator and that sort of stuff. Especially James Cameron had warned us back in the 1980s, this whole thing with AI, that sort of stuff.
Right.
So tread carefully, good soldiers.
Every time anybody mentions that, I always think of that South Park episode with Bill Cosby and the Trapper Keeper and all that. It's like it's basically like a Terminator reference happening in that episode. But yeah, Julian's gonna turn into a big, huge like monster controlled by a Trapper Keeper.
I said they've always pushed the boundaries, so you gotta love South Park.
Yeah.
So, actually, you know what? I think everyone will kind of agree. Watching Butters, he had those goggles on, or at least he thought he was, and Carpenter was telling him what to do, and he goes and punches his dad right in the nuts.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you that's a good thing too. I tend to like more of that sort of comedy, to be honest, because I know South Park is always being satire, but satire, it takes me a little bit to actually start laughing about it there too. It's like you have to start talking about it to realize, oh, that's why it was funny.
You're right. Yeah.
You're right.
We love the Christy Nome episode. It's amazing.
Hilarious.
She's a great character in there.
Great character.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. So, but nonetheless, tread carefully with the whole AI deal. So we'll see what happens. All right. So, boys, we have Bruce through the questions here. Very good. So here, let's jump to some extra fun ones. Y'all ready?
Sure. Fire away.
All right. So I guess first off, in terms of favorite food, is there a particular dish I haven't heard about yet that you would consider your favorites?
I got really into Cajun food lately. We got a restaurant here in town called Swamp Daddy's, and they actually just won the burger battle recently that we do every year.
Nice.
And yeah, it was awesome. And so yeah, I'm really into Cajun food lately. So and
Chicken Alfredo, bro.
Chicken Alfredo. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
My whole life, chicken Alfredo and Texas toast, dude. That's life.
Yeah,
A little slap on Cajun seasoning afterwards. How about that?
for sure.
Cajun
Right.
chicken Alfredo.
Anything.
dude.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Kicks ass.
Yeah. I just love spicy food. Anything spicy, I'll eat it. I love it.
I like Cajun, but it's never like one of those things that's like hot, that whole deal. It never like lingers.
Yeah,
I
it's a lot of flavor. Yeah, awesome.
It's a flavorful heat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Louisiana, if we want to say that's where it all began, to be honest. So,
Right.
Have you ever tried concentrates?
no, I haven't. What is it?
Hot sauce?
No, I wouldn't.
Dude, those are ridiculous,
I
man.
wouldn't do it.
Oh my god. It's like what, pin drop for a whole pan?
Yeah.
But it's still like your whole family's mouth would be on fire. You know?
Yeah.
I took a pin drop of that stuff to the tongue just to see how hot it was, and it turns from like, your hot spicy pain, but it goes to just pure physical pain.
Yeah.
It's like it's not hot anymore. It's just pain.
Burn.
It's like somebody took a vice grip to my tongue. And
Yeah, and
started
just twisted
twisting it. Awful.
I think there's those specific sort of hot sauces too. I think one, they do like sort of a spray, for instance. But I think I saw it on one of the reels on Facebook. It was one of the things they sprayed on his tongue. And he just completely like fell apart. I think he was even getting like a fever. I think it was just that bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when you start sweating from hot sauce, it's hot. Big time.
I'm gonna enjoy my food.
Yeah.
Sweating while you're eating doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
I like spicy food, but I don't like it to the point where I can't taste anything, or if it's just straight up just painful for the sake of being painful.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, amen to that. So enjoy the food, people. We don't need to torture ourselves to build our self-esteem.
Yeah.
So, all right. But all great choices there. In terms of drinks, I guess, do you have a favorite alcoholic and non-alcoholic drink?
For alcoholic drinks, I don't know. I've been pretty crazy about the Long Island iced teas now. but you got to really watch it with them. They're way too easy to drink, man. Like they go down a little too smooth, so you really gotta watch it. I'll drink anything that's pineapple though. Pineapple flavored, if there's real juice in it or not, I really don't care. If it tastes like pineapples, I'm in.
I like a Voodoo Ranger.
Oh yeah,
Haze IPA.
Yeah.
I usually hate IPAs, but those ones are pretty good. Otherwise, just a Coors Light. Keep it simple.
Yeah. When it comes to beers, I really like Mexican beer. I'll stick with my Modelo or Corona.
Non-alcoholic. What's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Cranberry pineapple juice by the gallon.
Dude, yeah, that's how I am with apple juice.
Yeah.
There's always an apple juice gallon in the fridge.
Yeah.
Always.
I'd say it's rich in vitamin C. So they say that it's a nice sweet flavor. Is the brand flavor for apple juice, is it Mott's?
Mott's? I don't think so.
That's like the little kid one.
Yeah. That's some kid stuff.
That's the kid's apple juice, man. I can't remember what one I'm drinking now. But
Probably Ocean Spray.
yeah,
Do they make it?
I think that is.
They might make it. I don't know if they do make an apple juice or not. Who knows?
It sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
That's how you break up my balls, because that's the thing I drink. Sheesh.
Sorry, man. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I didn't know you had any feelings. So it's all good though. To each their own too. So it's all
Mott's is sending us a ton of hate mail now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
geez.
your first hate mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be who would be coming into your comments now. In the comment section.
It's gonna be a Mott's
Made
AI.
a lifelong enemy with the apple juice company.
Yeah,
Dude.
great.
Nice work. All right.
Yeah.
All right. But nonetheless, great choices there nonetheless. Not too sure if you guys are into a lot of movies or TV shows, but I guess you guys got any favorite movies or TV?
Tons, man. I'm like a movie fanatic.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, I've seen like almost every comedy movie that's ever been released. You know, I based my other language is movie references.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We'll speak to each other in quotes
Yeah,
from like SLC Punk,
yeah. Pineapple
That's
Express.
Pineapple Express, Super
Yeah.
Bad,
Yep.
shit like that.
As far as shows goes, I started watching that James Franco show on Netflix. I don't know when it came out. It must be a little older. I'm kind of like, it must have been a little out of the loop. That I think it's like 11/23/63 or 22/63. It's the show where he goes back in time and like is trying to prevent the Kennedy assassination and stuff. And I've been glued to that for a while. So that's a totally cool one to check out. But I like to just watch a lot of like comfort movies and stuff. Like I've seen Goodfellas like 80 billion times. Like, and I'll pretty much watch that like any Sunday. I'll watch that and just like hang out in bed, watch Goodfellas for the billionth time, and
Quote the entire thing.
yeah, and that's just like I love that. So a lot of gangster flicks, comedy movies. I'll watch just about anything. The only thing I really don't get into so much is like fantasy stuff. Like I don't know. I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, but I'm not like crazy about them. I do like Star Wars though. We're both into Star Wars.
Yeah.
It took this guy forever. It took me years to get this guy to watch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I don't have the attention span.
And then he finally did, and then he was obsessed with it. And I love
Yeah,
that.
it's the same thing with Harry Potter. I didn't discover Star Wars or Harry Potter until probably last year.
Yeah.
And I'm 27.
But we got him. We got him.
Now you
He's
have
good,
me.
folks.
Now I have movie replica gear.
I guess so. So I would say we eventually got him. So yeah, it took a little bit of time. So all right, those are all great choices. I guess in terms of music, I guess what you guys been listening to a good bit, whether they're considered indie or mainstream.
I've been listening to a lot of Japanese bands lately. One of my favorite newer bands is Otobaki Beaver. This insane punk band with like four, ladies that are up there playing, and like I've never seen so much energy Like I don't know where they get it from or what. Their tempos are insane. Their riffs and everything, they're just amazing.
Yeah, they're fast as hell.
There's this another Japanese band called Tricot, which is pretty cool. They're like a math rock kind of neo psychedelic punk thing. It seems to kind of be the thing over there right now, is just like mixing together psychedelic rock and like extremely hardcore punk and like blending those together. And I think it's totally awesome. And but as far as like American groups and stuff, who am I always talking about anymore?
We were talking about the Hives.
Oh yeah, well they're Swedish. They're Finnish. Oh. Yeah. But God, now you're making me draw a blank. You put me on the spot.
Maybe we got Weezer.
Yeah.
And all those.
There's a lot of mainstream stuff, yeah, but yeah, like Weezer, Nirvana, and all that stuff. I mean, I totally listen to that stuff all the time, but I've just been trying to push out, trying to branch out a lot more. There's this another artist called Via Mardo. She does a lot of loop station stuff, and uses like kind of unconventional instruments. She uses a lot of like instruments that are like hand built from like the 20s. Kind of like those weird instruments people used to sell door to door. That's a weird wormhole to kind of go down, but there's one band I'm particularly want to throw out there right now that I can't. Oh, Terramellos. I believe they're from like the Seattle or Portland kind of area. Really crazy shoegaze, math rock, kind of like a psychedelic hardcore type of thing. They're amazing.
Let's get waiting on Julian on that's the area answer.
What I don't know. I've been obsessed with the Vines the last few years, and I've also been obsessed with Tool. They're huge.
I was gonna say it took you almost an hour to mention Tool.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it low key.
Couldn't imagine.
Not talk about it. Get me on the loophole for that. Talk about Tool for the next 8 hours.
Yeah.
But the Vines, Tool, I listened to Nirvana for the first time in quite some time, actually.
Yeah.
A local band, Thought Patrol.
Oh yeah, Thought Patrol. Yeah,
their album out. Their album kicks ass.
Yeah, Sinking Steps, Rising Eyes. We also played a show with them. They're really unique band. Had an awesome sound. They're just really refreshing, really cool. Yeah, there's tons of amazing talent around here, man.
Rocking Weezer's Pinkerton.
Yeah, that turns 30.
The shit out of that.
Does that turn 30 this year?
I think so.
Yeah, that turns 30 this year. Weezer's Pinkerton album.
I've been listening to Riff Lord.
Yeah, obviously Riff Lord's amazing. Yeah. Go out there and check them out.
And Whores.
And
those
Whores.
guys kick ass.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I've been listening to.
What? I was like, no love for Traversión? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, screw those guys, man.
No.
What's up,
Jim? Give a shout out to Jesse, nonetheless, there too.
Right.
And the boys there. Awesome dudes.
They're awesome.
Here goes strong. So, all right. And I forgot to ask earlier about your death metal band that you guys are a part of. You guys want to talk about that real quick?
Sure.
We just released 2 singles. Planning out coming on, releasing an EP here pretty soon. I think we're gonna release the day of Slam Dakota Death Fest, so we'll have an album out actually.
Mm-hmm. And we have what's the next show? March 17th.
I believe so. Yeah, we're gonna be playing with the Convalescence and Morta Scald. I think that's. Hold on a second. Hunt the Dinosaur, Mantra of Morta, and the Convalescence, and that's March 17th. Yeah, that's the only one.
March 17th at May
30th too, with Dissipated.
No.
May 30th.
Who is it?
Fed to Pigs, May 30th.
It's just you guys and Sinking Under.
Us and Sinking Under.
Yeah. Those guys were awesome. We played a show.
To be announced.
Other bands to be announced.
Yeah. The Sinking Under was awesome. We played with them in Sioux City.
Sioux City.
Yeah. And those guys
Big
are
ass.
amazing.
Yeah, those guys are big ass.
Just real quick, I guess, how'd you guys get involved with Fed the Pigs? I guess, was that a friend of you guys knew about?
Yeah.
His friend Jake.
Yeah, my friend Jake Carlson. He was playing guitar with them for quite some time. It was Jake Carlson and Dylan Davidson pretty much came up with the whole band and the whole project together. And one time me and Julian were hanging out, and I was like, hey, we should drop by my friend Jake's house. Just, I was like, we're kind of in the neighborhood. I just want to say what's up. Let's go have a beer or something. And we dropped by there, and Jake had like an electric kit, and Julian was like, hey, can I bang around in there? And he's like, sure. And he was like, you want to play along to something? And what was it? It
was Dying Fetus, Descended into the Bravity album. It's Your Treachery Will Die With You. I told him to put that on. He was like, playing along to that. And I'm like, I got like 30 seconds into it, and he was like, hold the fuck on.
Yeah,
dude.
Jake was
hold the fuck on,
grabbed
dude.
his phone. He's like, hey,
I gotta record this.
I know a dude that plays drums, and he's great. Yeah.
Dylan tells me he got that video sent from Jake or whatever, and he was like, that's our guy.
That's our guy. Yeah. And so those guys worked together for like a good 6 months or so. And then they were trying to find a bass player for the longest time, and everybody's so busy. And, I've been playing guitar for years. I love death metal. So I was just like, I said, I guess I'll pick up the bass for you dudes. And yeah, here we are, man.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, right.
All right.
But
Good luck this year.
It's been a weird transition for me, going from guitar to bass, especially between two completely different genres. I'm over here playing shoegaze, indie rock, guitar stuff. And then over here I play, 5-string death metal bass, but
yeah,
it really keeps me sharp. It keeps the chops, keeps my chops up and everything. So
two completely different techniques.
Yeah.
As far as, especially on the drums, I notice when I'm playing death metal, I'm playing super fast blast beats and fills and stuff like that. The faster you play, the smaller muscle groups you use.
Mm.
But then we played our first show, Rhythmus, and I was feeling it that night and rocking out. And it's a slower tempo. We're not playing death metal, but it's not to say that it's any less intense.
Yeah.
But I'm, like I said, slower tempo, bigger muscle groups. So I'm flinging my arms around. I'm looking like
you're hitting a lot harder.
Yeah, hitting harder, swinging more. It was like, oh my God, I was almost more tired playing in Indigent, playing the drums, than I am playing death metal.
Yeah, I can relate there too. I'm a drummer as well. So
really?
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So horns up to you, Julian. Keep it going there, brother.
You too, man.
All right. So, boys, we're down to one more question in my podcast. I guess before we jump into it, would you like to ask me anything real quick?
How long have you been playing drums?
A little over a decade. And you can actually thank Rock Band and to a certain extent Guitar Hero, because I got involved because of Guitar Hero and transitioned into the whole Rock Band deal. So I started doing drums, then worked my way up. Easy.
You got?
It's actually, I've been rolling with Roland. It's I've pretty much rolled with electronic kits my whole life.
Cool.
So, Roland VAD 706. She kicks ass.
How do you feel about triggers?
I honestly don't know.
No.
Actually, to be honest, I just improvise. So, I just do what I can. So, I don't know why people always keep saying triggers are cheating. That'll deal. So,
yeah, I would disagree with that, because if anything, it's going to amplify your fuck ups, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
we do what we can to get by. So,
Right.
All right. Anything else?
What do you like to drink?
Yeah.
I tend to get more into the apple ciders, so I like Angry Orchard.
Oh, apple ciders. Yeah.
You're into orchards for a minute.
I was really into ciders for a while, yeah. And sours. I still love a good sour.
As a green apple.
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
I don't think I've ever tried one of those.
You're missing out, man. Those are the thing.
I'm gonna
It's fire.
I'll grab one on the way home, man.
Knock yourself out. So, all right. But other than that, occasionally I tend to like sweet drinks. So they are a little bit heavier, sort of like the Long Island iced teas. But usually, could say maybe like electric lemonade in a way. So that's our stuff. So anything sweet in terms of alcoholic drinks. And then really I'm guilty of chocolate milk for the non-alcoholic, if you wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk's good.
What's the last concert you went to?
That would have been in December. It was Death Angel. And they had, let's see, Violence was among the supporting acts. I forget what the other two were. And I actually got video footage, so I'm going to have to... Oh, yeah, Lions at the Gate. That's right. So...
Is there any like big shows you're looking forward to this year?
There's actually a couple death metal ones I'm looking forward to. And one of them happens to be Deicide, Immolation, Rotting Christ, and let's see, the last one, Behemoth. That's the Godless Four.
Yeah, that's a pretty stacked
Behemoth,
bill.
Yeah, that fucking bills kick out. Behemoth and Deicide are really fun to see live.
Yeah, they've been through here.
Behemoth a couple of times.
Yeah.
Seen Deicide here at Biggs once.
Mm.
I don't know how many more times if they've ever been here other than
I
that.
don't know. We got to get Cannibal Corpse in here.
Yeah, Suicide Silence is coming.
Yeah.
Actually, I do got a bit lined up. My first one's actually going to be Rise Against. So love to see how all the concerts turn out.
Yeah, they got Pavement playing in Minneapolis a couple of days after my birthday in July, so I'm headed up there for that. Really excited to see that band. I've been listening to them since like high school, and like I never thought I would see them live. And here, you know, they're finally in the area, and I'm gonna go see that.
That's good to hear. So, all right. So, guys, did you have any other questions for me? Or is it okay we jump to the last question?
Yeah. What kind of dog you got?
Actually, she used to be a relative's dog of mine, but after my father had retired, he actually took the dog in. But she is actually a beagle and actually a Louisiana breed, a Catahoula beagle mix. So,
like almost like a puggle or something.
not necessarily.
Yeah.
So Catahoula is actually a specific breed that mainly resides mostly in the state of Louisiana.
Oh,
So-
really?
Oh, really?
Gnarly.
So they're more like hunting dogs, but actually a funny story. It was kind of a little bit. Actually, what happens was she was actually able to get the moles, or even like those little voles as they call them, and she like laid them out in like a little pattern after she had got them. So I mean, like she had killer instincts at times, but her big problem is she tends to beg a good bit whenever we're eating dinner. So that's always a downside with having a dog.
Yeah.
And also when they went out at the most inopportune time. So, especially when we're doing this interview too, but it's whatever. So,
I just have a cat, and she's in heat right now. So I'm listening to her screaming lately. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
So like they say on The Price is Right, get your pets spayed and neutered.
now you know why. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
What you got? Any more fun questions?
No, I think that's
What kind of toilet paper do you prefer?
Sure.
Are you like a
Are you thinking of that toilet paper apocalypse? Is that what we're thinking back?
Armin guy? Or are you like a
we could be a white guy.
quilted northern dude? You just dude wipes?
Charmin, all day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the little bears. You can't
Ultra
deny them.
soft.
Yeah.
We jump between the blue and the red bears. So apparently we have a clean butthole, if we want to say it that way. So,
Yeah, we
All
should
right.
probably. Yeah, we should definitely sign off with that. I think.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We had on a high note in that case.
Yeah.
So, all right. But there's nothing else. Here's how the last question goes. All right. So, given the amount of negativity that you have been seeing going around the world these days, not too sure about you seen it in the news recently, but these days, it looks like people need some sort of hope. So, what would be your message of hope for musicians and people out there so they can move forward with their lives?
If you're a musician, keep creating. You know, it's a great distraction. And
Yeah, keep it fun, keep it fresh.
And if you're not a musician, buy an instrument.
Yeah, get an instrument. Be a musician.
Just find a passion, really.
Yeah.
Find a passion, something to be happy about, you know.
Yeah, and and just it's good to be informed and everything, but make sure you're getting your information from the right places. There's so much disinformation out there, and I think that just stirs the pot even more and gets people even more upset and confused and everything. And so, with the way the world is today, just if you're gonna be informed, stay informed. Get your information from
to stop.
Good sources. Yeah.
No one to stop.
Yeah, get off the phone. Get off the phone now and then.
Yeah, even if you are getting good information, no one to stop, because you don't realize how much time and energy you're spending getting fucking stressed over what's going on in the world.
Yeah. So it's good to have, like he was saying, it's good to have a passion, learn how to do something, collect marbles, learn how to knit, whatever you got to do. Yeah.
Get a trading cards, Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So. Start collecting vintage cereal boxes, something like that.
Yeah.
We get back into the old school habits.
Cubes.
Yeah.
Something like that. But nonetheless, spoke like a bunch of true prodigies.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, boys, we have reached the end of my podcast right here. We talked a little over an hour and 10 minutes. Before we close out, who do you want to give a shout out to?
Just huge shout out to Wyatt Bartlett and Douglas Barrett. Once again, just huge thank you to them for recording us and making our EP sound amazing.
Riff Rants Recordings.
And a huge shout out to Colby and Aja for getting us in contact with you and just kind of helping us get out there. And yeah.
Did they reach out to you, or did you just happen to know Colby personally?
I don't know how we got into contact with each other.
He reached out, or I guess, so last year when we played Slightly Coded Death Fest with their death metal band, Fed to Pigs, he was doing interviews with all of the bands that was going to do the fest.
Oh, that's right.
And while I was talking to the promoter, Les Watkins, picking up tickets and flyers and whatnot, she told me about that. Gave me his number. I hit him up, started talking, and just started to bond and have. That was the beginning of our friendship right there. And
and he didn't know anything about our other band. I mean, and then you finally mentioned it to him, and he came right over. He came straight to the studio after that.
10 minutes later,
he's like, I need to talk to these guys because they have another band, and I need to hear it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'd say it's in the name, heavy metal sit down. So I'd be like, we are in a heavy metal band. So yeah, that works out. All right. Nonetheless, thank you, Colby, for making this work here too, buddy. Keep going strong.
Show.
Thanks, man.
All right. Just real quick, just for the audience sake, can you just list the social media and streaming platforms you guys are on so I can check out your music and interact?
Yeah, check us out on Spotify and Apple Music,
iTunes,
Amazon,
all the major streaming platforms.
Yep.
As well as we're on Facebook and mainly Instagram.
Yeah. So Indigent Take One EP out now. Tell all your friends. Tell all your enemies.
Yeah. Welcome.
We tell bots. We tell bots, and then they'll come and do AI generated comments. So.
Yeah.
All right. But we have to close out like this. So everyone, my guest today was Zach and Julian. They're part of the band Indigent. So make sure you go hit up all socials, all stream platforms. They're hailing from Sioux Falls, Also, once again, another shout out to Jesse and the boys from Traversion. Traversion, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, nonetheless, go support these guys right out here. Kick us some major ass. You go check them out at any festivals or whatever stage you're on next at a studio or even a venue near you. So, boys, good luck this year and stay safe because you know there's one pretty fucked up world out there.
Right.
Rock on. Last thing, just need a quick pose. Stay tuned, y'all.
See you, kids.
All right.